name's Anushka, and as you probably know, I have already done a video on Northwick Park. I encourage as many people as possible to view that because it explains fully about the disgusting and highly illegal £3,000 scam that they are running at Northwick Park Hospital in Harrow in London in England, and also about the child trafficking that they run there. Because I decided to prosecute child traffickers who also do things such as drug smuggling and identity theft, I have been subjected for 2.5 years now for never-ending harassment and complete and utter defamation of character and never-ending gossip. Not only have I endured this all over London when I was back there, I went back home exactly 2 years ago when I was pregnant. I spent 8 months there. The situation became so terrible because of the criminals in question. I was greatly targeted and they just basically wanted to steal and traffic my child. That after 8 months of being harassed and gossiped and having complete defamation of character all over London, particularly in association with a photo, I had the exact same situation happen to me here in South Africa. I had to come back to South Africa, although I am not South African, I am British and Irish. I came back here mostly for my daughter's safety. So for 2.5 years, I have been subjected to never-ending harassment. In March 2008, an illegal photograph was taken of myself by a man whose name is George. At the time I was 6.5 months pregnant. It was taken of me in Harrow in London. I was wearing an Indian style t-shirt. I've heard many people talk about this photograph, and because of it I have had no anonymity and been subjected to complete defamation of character and never-ending harassment. Basically, this photo in question is over 7 states in South Africa and all over London. It really has made my life a living hell. Anyway, as I'm always having people say slander and gossip about myself, none of which is true, I want to use this as an opportunity to tell the truth. I think gossip can be very damaging. I've never been subjected to any gossip like this until these criminals decided to do this to me. I know they've done this to other people. It's their standard practice because they do stalking as well for them to take a photo of their victims. I'm no longer stalked, which is a good thing. It was a horrible experience for me. I was stalked. They had done terrible things to me and I was stalked all over London. From day one when I went home, I was stalked all over Pretoria and Johannesburg. When I left Pretoria this year in February, beginning of February, the stalking stopped. I'm very glad for that, but these people have done terrible things, and this is my opportunity to say the truth for once and about why I think gossip is damaging. I want to start off by reading a poem. As you know, I wear this sign because I feel I've been treated worse than the criminals in question. Really, I feel like I have a permanent sign. But anyway, this is what I think sums up gossip. It's a poem. It's called Gossip. The poet is anonymous. My name is Gossip. I have no respect for justice. I maim without killing. I break hearts and ruin lives. I am cunning and malicious. I gather strength with age. The more I am quoted, the more I am believed. My victims are helpless. They cannot protect themselves against me, because I have no name and no face. To track me down is impossible. The harder you try, the more elusive I become. I am nobody's friend. Once I tarnish a reputation, it's never the same. I topple governments and wreck marriages. I ruin careers and cause sleepless nights, heartaches and indigestion. I make innocent people cry in their pillows. Even my name hisses. I am called Gossip. I make headlines and headaches. Before you repeat a story, ask yourself, is it true? Is it harmless? Is it necessary? If it isn't, don't repeat it. As I said, there are many untrue stories. In fact, it's just slander about myself, and I want to tell the truth. I have been sick all my life. I've had kidney disease my entire life. I've actually, first time in my life, I don't have kidney disease anymore. I've got other health problems. I'm recovering from surgery that I had to correct my kidney disease, which I'm pleased about, but I am actually still sick and recovering from surgery. Wanted to say that. And as for the stories about me, they say I am depressed and I have no history of depression. I've never had a psychological problem in my life. I have never heard voices. I am not an actor. I have no history of drinking. I have never had an eating disorder. I have never been a member of the British Police Force. There are many stories about me, but these are the ones I really want to clarify. They also go on and on about me owing £4,000 and about me owing a credit card. The people in question, and also another thing I would like to say is, please do not go and stay at a company. If you ever go to London, please do not go and stay in a place run by Catherine Croquet. It's a company called London Rooms. She has 4 houses in London, 2 of which are in Barking. The other 2 are located elsewhere in London. They target all of their tenants by doing identity theft on them. When I returned to England, at the time I had to go and stay there for a week before I could go and live elsewhere. I was targeted with, they wanted to steal my credit card, which I do not own a credit card. This is another piece of slander. They wanted to make my debt higher. They illegally accessed my financial information. At the time I did owe £4,000. I no longer owe that amount. I still owe money because I haven't been able to work for a while. I've been sick a long time, and obviously I have a toddler. I was very ill when I was pregnant, and obviously, as you know, I hemorrhaged very badly after my daughter was born. Despite all this, as they're into identity theft, they illegally access my financial information. They have told as many people about my debt at the time as possible. I've had this rubbed in my face for 2 years. It's complete and utter slander. Don't own a credit card. The only reason I owe money, I'm very broke, actually still. I would love to pay it off, but I can't. I'm slowly paying it off. Long time ago, I was travelling. I was refused medical insurance. As I've had kidney disease my whole life, I was refused medical insurance. Fortunately, I had an accident when I was in Malaysia, and I had to borrow an extreme amount of money. I've never regretted doing this. I had to borrow money to pay medical bills in Malaysia, Australia and Singapore. My medical bills were astronomical. I had a lot of interest on it. I'm still paying it off basically. This is a problem about my financial situation. It's not my fault. But I mean, I never expected to be targeted and have someone illegally access my financial information. But there's something I want to put across too. Other things that people say about me, let's see.